One of the things that I've been wanting to do for the longest time is sort out my filming situation in my office. So I don't have the biggest space, and it's really annoying when I have to put my camera gear up and then tear it all down because I don't want to have stands and tripods everywhere. So one of the things that I've really wanted to do is try and condense everything so that everything is just on one stand or one tripod, one rig. And recently I've been able to do this. So the things that have made this completely possible for me now is the fact that I got these spider crab arms from iFootage. They did send them to me, but I can tell you that they are amazing. It's literally what I've been looking for this entire time. So there are 3 different spider crab arms that I got. The first one is a support rod, and it's the longest one of them. And so this is the one that I use for my microphone. So before I was putting my microphone on a C-stand, and then I was having it on a boom pole, so the Rode boom pole, and then I just position it wherever I needed it to be. But the annoying thing is that, like I said, I don't have a lot of room in my office, and so I'd have to set it up and then break it down, and then set it up and break it down every time I wanted to film. Whereas now I put my microphone on that support rod, which is just great. And the microphone is literally just here, out of frame, and it's just in the best position. The other one that I got is a smaller one, and this holds, I can't remember how much weight, but I will put it on the screen. But this one is currently holding up my Zoom F6. So before, I would just plug my Zoom F6 into my microphone and then just kind of rest it on the sofa or on the chair or on the bookcase, and yeah, I do that. So now I've mounted it onto my tripod with the Spider Crab MA56, I think it is. Yeah, the MA56, and also with the clamp as well. So it's just currently attached to the neck of the tripod, and I can see my audio levels. I can see that it is actually recording. It's right there in front of me. It's perfect. The other one that I got was the smallest one, and this one was for my monitor. So I used the Atomos Shogun 7. I previously used the Atomos Ninja Assassin until recently. But yeah, I use the Shogun 7 now, and I mount that onto my camera. I have a half cage by Tilter, and so I mount that onto my camera. The other thing that I didn't mention about the Spider Crab arms is that they come with these quick release adapters, which are just amazing. You could have multiple adapters on different things and literally just unclip the arms and then put them on something else without having to unscrew everything every time. So I keep one mounted on my cage, and it means that if I want to swap my monitor from one camera to the next, then I can literally just, instead of having to unscrew everything, I can just unclip it and clip it onto the next camera. So that's really a really great feature about the arms as well. And the other thing is, I've had these different magic arms before, and I kind of stopped using them because they were just really annoying, especially when I had my monitor attached. So my Assassin was a 7-inch monitor, and if I wanted to position it in a certain way, then I would angle it, and then because it was quite heavy and it had a battery on it, it would kind of start flopping, and it really annoyed me. But I haven't noticed that with these arms. They're so strong and sturdy, they're brilliant. So yeah, that's a really great feature about them. And like I said, the whole quick release thing is just a lifesaver and time saver. So this is my rig now. I'm so happy because I can literally just move it from one place to the next, and I don't have to worry about moving everything else, you know, that would have been on a stand before, and reposition things. It's just all good to go. I can literally walk into my office, press record and start filming. So that is a lifesaver. So the link to this is in start again. The link is in the description to where you can get them, find out more about the spider crab arms, and also in a different video I'm going to talk about my actual camera rig, so the microphone that I use, the camera that I use, the lights that I use, and I did briefly mention the Zoom F6, which is where I record my audio, but I will do a completely separate video on that because my rig has now changed from the last one. Even though I do use the last one, the previous rig, to shoot some B-roll sometimes, or as a backup B camera in my office. So as I said, iFootage did send me out these spider crab arms, but I am going to buy another of the longer ones, so the rod, because I want to get my panel light off the floor because it's currently on a C-stand and it's just one less thing to be on the floor. So I'm going to get another rod and then I can attach it via the clamp to the tripod and have the light on this whole setup. So yeah, that is the video, and hope you found it useful. If you did, do give it a like and subscribe to see more videos. I've got some more videos about gear and stuff coming up, so do subscribe for that. But thanks for watching. I'll stop going on and see you next time.